Okay,
time
so
part.
And I guess
okay,
I'll
we
tell
had the
them too.
cutest. So then a
Wait, is
couple
this
weeks.
rolling?
Yeah, this is rolling.
Oh, geez.
A few weeks later, I don't know when it was. Well, it was after Thanksgiving.
2 weeks
Yeah.
later.
2 weeks.
later.
Yeah,
2 whole weeks. Wow.
yeah.
It was that.
Our friend Cassie texted me at like 1 in the morning. I didn't see it until the morning, and she was like, "We found a kitten for Vale, to replace this other one that had died tragically." So then she says, she didn't tell me, she just said, "We found a kitten for Vale." So I said, "Oh, great." She sent a picture. It looks super cute. So we get in the car, we drive over there. Once we get to her house, she says, "Its tail is a little messed up." That was kind of an understatement. So,
Kind of messed up.
Maybe
Brooks, you can
so
tell.
they found the cat
You
by,
can tell it.
They found the
Yeah.
cat by what they believe was being eaten by a fox. So they were the hand of God, just rescued this cat from a fox.
but its tail
and
was
taken- and
like
the tail was
shredded.
the only
Nearly
part
gone.
that was so the tail was about this long, and then it was shriveled up on the end and all red, and then the end was literally black. Like it was, you could see the like.
It had
joints in
almost
the
been
bone.
like
It was so
scalped or
disgusting.
something. It had like
It was
no
so disgusting.
hair. Yeah, it was almost like a rat tail. Like all the hair had just been like
Yeah.
stripped
way
from
more
it,
But it was still really cute.
and it was like
disgusting.
bleeding
It was
and
a really
yeah,
Cute.
cat.
It was-
It looks
it
like
was-
the
it was
cat
cute.
It was
now.
adorable. It was
Yeah.
adorable.
it was so cute. So then it was very tiny. Its teeth were barely through the skin. We went and got kitten formula.
Yeah.
We were feeding it every 2 hours. It was eating. It
Open
used
the
the
middle
litter
of the
box.
night.
Every 2 hours,
Yeah.
we each set alarms,
Mhm.
and we took care of this cat for like 24 hours. I had called the vet right away and said, we have this cat. He's injured. We need an appointment. So that was like, we had the cat for about 24 hours, I guess, before the vet.
Longer than the.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
By-
so
by-
we took it to the vet. And again, this cat is just like amazing.
Gorgeous.
It's cute. Okay,
Yeah,
go ahead.
yeah.
Tell
Your part.
your parts.
Well, Gray's part is the vet, the thing.
Yeah,
but
but-
Yeah.
I
You have one.
like. First of all, Dad wouldn't even look at the cat. Like when he got home from work, because its tail was messed up, he couldn't even look at
Can we
it.
attach a picture of the tail
Yeah,
so they can
he
like?
put it in
Because
right
it's
here.
bad. It's really bad.
Yeah.
Like,
Dad always thinks stuff has to be symmetrical.
I-
even though it would still be symmetrical.
It-
No.
it's worse than you're imagining.
Yeah.
Is what the point is. Like, it really is.
He woke me up like every hour to like play, and then someone would come up to feed it, or I'd feed it, or whatever. So got like no sleep for that.
Yes, that's
cat.
true.
And is there anything else I'm missing before we go to the vet? Oh, Vale's friend Steven came to see the cat. She was showing her
Yes.
friend, and then she went down for her nap and said
Yes.
goodnight to the kitty before we
Yes.
went to the vet, not knowing
Because the vet appointment was at
Gray's
2.
part of this.
So we were getting ready for the vet. I just finished my school. So we went to the vet, and every time we were in the car, it was so small that it could fit through the wires of the cage. So it kept just.
I had
squeezing
weighed it
out,
at
and I
home
had to
on
put
my
it back
kitchen
in.
scale. I think it was, what was it, 20 ounces or something?
Yeah,
It was so
so
tiny.
I think it was a little bit bigger than the first one, though.
Uh,
The first one was
maybe.
really
You
skinny.
could just
Yeah.
hold it in your hand like this. Like,
Yeah.
The first one was fluffy,
The other
so
one
it
was
didn't
older
fit.
because its teeth were more through. This one was younger. Anyway.
Anyway,
Yeah.
So we got to the vet after it crawled out like 10 times of its cage.
Yeah.
And we got there, we were waiting for a little bit, and then we went into one of their rooms, and they came in, and they were they were talking about all things, and the cat was just purring and like crawling up, and he would like go on the floor, and then would crawl up my leg, it would just like run right up my leg, and it was really cute. She just kept walking around, and
even
loved
they
the cat.
thought it was cute, yeah.
They were playing with it. They were like
Until, like, all the staff was playing with it and totally enamored with it.
until the actual.
And they were basically like, oh, its tail's probably just going to, like, fall off. Like, that part that's, like,
But then the
damaged.
doctor came in. And
Then
said
the actual vet came in and was just like,
it
um,
could have rabies because
it had an
has a
unknown
bite
bite of unknown origin.
So it could
And,
have
like, we
rabies,
can't
and then
prove that whatever bit it
they
didn't
can't
have.
Test it if it's alive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mom should tell that.
Yeah.
You can
Or-
tell
So,
that.
yeah, they were just
Reasoning.
basically like, we can't, well, its leg was also messed up. It wasn't bearing weight, quite properly. Like, it had gotten a little hurt there, too. But then they were saying, like, essentially because it could have rabies, and I guess you can't treat for rabies after. Like, if you've been bitten, there's no vaccine for that, whatever. and it was too young to get a vaccine anyway. And like just all of this, we were kind of bullied into having to put it down because they were like, if it ever bit anybody, then that person would have to be treated for rabies because it can take like over 6 months for it to materialize in the animal, blah, blah, blah. And like they were refusing to treat the vet was refusing to treat its tail, wouldn't look at its leg, like nothing. Wouldn't give it deworming like no regular veterinary care could be given because it has rabies. And they were treating it, and then they were like, has it bitten anyone? I'm like, it barely has any teeth. Like, no. And so we had to pay $200 so they didn't even want me to. I'm like, I have to take this thing home to say goodbye to the kids. And they would kill me if I didn't. And they're like, you can't take this. Like, that's unsafe. It could bite somebody. I'm like, we've been caring for it for 24 hours. Like, it's a friendly kitten. It's fine. Like, I'm taking it home. And so I brought it home. Then Bale was asleep. And we decided not to tell her the gory details. Just that it had to go stay at the vet because it was so sick. And then, so we all said goodbye, and it was very sad. And we took it back, and then had to leave the cat there. And like, oh my gosh, that was so sad. It was the worst.
Yeah.
Like
Gray
the
had to go
worst.
back.
And
To, like,
to keep it in the cage because it was so tiny. It kept coming out of the cage. I'm like, I can't have this thing,
So I got
biting
caught.
me while I'm driving. So it was so sad. And we are very sure that it would not have had rabies, right? Like, it got bit being hunted, like, in the middle of the night by a fox when they normally hunt. Like,
That fox
But
didn't
there was a chance. And
there's a chance, and then, yeah, it is what it is. But they were just, like, because it was going to need at least some medical care, like, and obviously regular vaccines and stuff anyway. Ooh, Dad's calling me. I have to take this.